I'm going to get them in a second. And I'll give you the Oreos once I get you started working. I'll take them in a second. Okay, can you all listen at the same time so I don't have to explain it 5 times? Okay, ready? Okay, take your little packet that you received today, and I want you to pluck the first page off. Okay, you are going to match each of the slope fields on your packet with one of the differential equations on the front. Now, let's make some quick observations. If your equation only has x's in it, will your slope field show rows or columns? Columns. What about if it only has y's? It will have rows. What about if it has a number that will make it 0? You should look for those first. Okay? After that, so for example, let's say you're doing these two here. If you're looking at x and y are the same, are both of these going to be 0? Like if it's like 3, 3 is your point? Those would both be the same, right? They both give you 0. Then you'll need to test a different point to see if it matches, okay? After you do that, look at the second page. You have a bunch of lovely conclusions. Okay, you are then going to match the conclusions with the slope field. Each conclusion goes with one graph. Now, the other class didn't know what a hyperbola was. Do you know what a hyperbola is? Okay, if you don't, I'm going to draw it for you. No, a hyperbola. Okay, hyperbolas go like this. Listen. Shh. Okay, hyperbolas can open to the sides, or they can open up and down. Okay, they wouldn't ever be all 4 pieces, but it'd either be the top and the bottom or the sides. That's what a hyperbola is, okay? All right, do it. Now this, if you want to change at the top, this is going to be due as a homework, but it'll be due on Friday next week. Okay? Okay, I'm going to come get your quizzes, and then I'll give you an Oreo. Okay, you should be working to match. Well, these you're not going to turn in. Oh, yeah, thank you. I was going to take it at the end, but I'll take it now if you have it. Quizzes. Didn't you sit in the hallway if you didn't have your quiz?
Are you scoring?
Is it me? Look at y'all making my job so easy. Anybody have a little homework 12 to give me? Homework 12? Why did you turn around like that?
I'll make my bag.
Oh, that was like unnecessary to turn all the way around.
No, I was trying to put my bag and you're already back there. So huh?
Now that you mentioned it, everyone's good. I tried.
She was like,
I was already solving my bag. But like, I remember someone trying to do it and they popped their back really hard and they like hurt themselves doing it. I was like, you can't do it if you haven't done it before.
Popping your
Just go on this bed, that's good.
Like, I love the feeling of popping
touch it.
No, actually, yeah, but just one man.
You're nasty.
That's not my fault.
You're nasty.
Yeah. No future. I'm just joking.
Homework 12, anybody over here?
You're like,
Homework 12? Homework 12? Okay, Bradley, we're taking the AP test, so let's go.
Huh?
Homework 12?
I have it in possession.
I have it.
You did homework 12?
I think I did
Also
it.
did detergent.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. No, I have what we did yesterday and then that's it. I finished CPA professionally.
Yep, sure. Monday is the last day to turn in random old piece of crap that you have turned in. I mean, the semester's, or the quarter's over. I have to turn in
Quarter's
Thursday.
over.
On Thursday.
Graduates Monday.
Before spring break? Huh? Because I don't want to have to type in 50,000 grades on Wednesday.
You know how many irresponsible kids turn in their work on the last day?
You!
Yes.
You, Marcel.
Imagine, I have like 50 OLs among all of my students.
50 you will and
That are all gonna bring me 15 homeworks
Well, I'm only gonna
on whatever the last day is that I
My grade
Oh, are you reading OL right now?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's right here, it's fine.
Okay, start matching.
I know, I
You
know.
are the absolute worst.
So on this one, all college are gonna be the exact
You
same.
are just like that, if not worse. This is why
So what am I supposed to look for?
You can just put the number. You don't have to put SF because it's obvious.
Yes, you do.
She said it once. I called her, she said, I think I like my job. I haven't left it since.
Okay, Erin, I want you to think you like your slope fields. Oops, Tristan, I meant. Sorry.
You go.
No, just you're sitting next to each other. I'm the worst at names. I literally saw a kid like that was in my class last year and was like, hey buddy. I literally had him. Now I only had him half of the year. So it's like, you know.
Still, you didn't know his name for a whole semester.
Well, okay, I knew it last year, but he came up to me yesterday, like in the hallway, and was like, hey, Miss Joyner, and I was like, hey, how's it going?
Did you forget my name? I came back like next year.
Yes.
Usually I remember, but that's why that student was particularly embarrassing.
What if he was like, hey, do you remember my name? What would you say? Derivative?
I would have been like, oh yeah, you remember my name, turned it into a joke, kind of move along so I wouldn't know, you
I'm
know.
like, no, but seriously, what's my name? And you'd be like,
Olivia.
Most
I don't
people
know like half the people in our second period that like this.
Oh, yeah.
This hack was like, can you get, was it Jonathan or something? And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know who Jordan is.
Okay, you're matching, not piddling on the phones, matching.
We're not doing on our phones, we're talking about our class.
Who's we?
No, don't look at me. I'm filling out a dorm application.
I am gonna look at you. Is that what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Sean!
I mean, I'm not gonna cry about that. You're an autonomous adult, but when you get a bad grade on this assignment, just don't be mad about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, well, you have no room to talk.
Okay, shh, shh, shh. Stop fighting with each other. That's okay. All right, so let's look at it. Okay, so rows are columns. Okay, so these are both columns because they only have X. So which ones have only columns? This one and one other one. No, they have to match all the way down. That means it's an X and Y. No, they're not the same all the way down. So which one? Yes. Okay, now, what will make this one 0? If X is what? Wait, then it'd be a 1 though. You want X to be 0. So look at X equals 0. Are they all flat? No. Okay, are they all flat? Yeah. Okay, then that has to be your slope of 1. Okay, then what's going to make this one 0?
So you have to look for where it makes it flat.
I would, the flats are just going to be the easiest to find. Okay, so now do the same thing for your y's. What's going to make that 0? No, 2 divided by 2 is 1. What would y look like? 0. Okay, so look for where you have flats on the x-axis. And actually, if they're on the x-axis, they're kind of hard to see.
Oh, that's so that's.
Okay, now let's plug in a couple more points just to make sure. What is y on this side? 1, right? Okay, so if I plug in a 1 here, it'd be a half. Okay, now let's go up a row. This would be 2. What's 2 divided by 2? Did it get steeper from a half slope to a 1 slope? Okay, then if I went up 1 more, that'd be 3 halves. Did it get even steeper? Okay, let's put 1 down here. Say we put negative 1. Negative 1 divided by 2 is negative 1. Is it going downhill? Okay, so then that's okay, now look at these next two. These are both rows as well. What will make that one 0? What will make that one 0? 2 2. So look for where you have flats across 4 and 2.
I would genuinely try.
Yes.
Yes, that is right. We realize that these are the one, but that is the one. Because you're right, it should be 4 minus y instead of 4. Okay, so so you're down to these next ones. Okay, but you don't want to do that because we need to find, so where are all the rows? These 3 only have y's, so they're going to be in straight across rows. Which ones? Okay, 4. And 2. Okay, now what is going to make this one? Y is what? 2. So which one has all your flats through 2? Okay, 2, yes. Okay, what's going to make this one 0? This is
Just the gum again.
4. Okay, so then look for where you have flats across
Keeps happening. It's a comfortable position for me to put my hand like this.
Now, what else would make this 0?
Alright, so you're touch, you just go and take it
I
off.
see how yours gets flat.
gross.
So you actually have 2.
A full-on grab.
Okay, then you have
No, Sean, stop. No,
Y
stop.
have to be
Sean.
y to 0.
That's like, it's like a glob, bro. It's like somebody took like 3 pieces.
Ew.
Dude, that shit is kind of fucking hard.
These are all
I
flats.
think you're cool.
Then let's say I went up 1, so that means 1 over 2. That's supposed to happen.
Easy.
Then I go up to 2.
I'll take that backfire to you.
Okay, then go down.
That's what I thought.
Negative. What would my slope be? Negative. And you see they're all
This shit is big. Got
Lucky
my
I don't want to right now. Otherwise, I would have got it.
Alright, now for the next one.
Why would you?
X plus y. What is going to make that 0? If they're both 0, okay.
Wow, I wanted to say that.
Okay, positive, negative of the same number. So 1, 1, or I'm sorry, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2. So look for where that happens. Where do you have flats? Where you have opposite x's. Okay, so this is 1. Is that flat? Okay, not gonna work. Yes. Yep. So that's gonna be number 5 for that one. Okay, then these have to subtract to 0. Okay, could be that one, but there's one more. Which other one? As flats. This one. Okay, so we're down to 2. This is what I would do at this point, is pick a point. Let's say you pick this one. 2, 1.
It's because my name is like.
Okay, plug in 2 1s. See how this one is flat? Or I'm sorry, this one is down. This one is uphill. That means it can only be one of them. So plug in 2 1s.
I will. My turn.
2 then it has to be a positive.
Wait,
Okay.
yeah.
So
how does you like do this? My first coach like
even though they both have 0s in the right spot, you can use the remaining points to determine if this should go down.
The first one.
Hey, do that same thing.
Hey, the first one.
Sure, you got them all?
I think. Kind of guess. Debated.
That's not me. Alright. I'm confident.
Okay, you missed 2. Yes, but let's talk about why this can't be right. You picked 8. Here's 8. So let's say I pick this point right here because it's supposed to come out to be a 0. Right? But that's 1 1. You plug in 1 plus 1 when you get it. Yeah. Now let's do what's the correct number that you're supposed to do. 5. Okay, so go to 1 1. Okay, now look for a 0. So here, let's say you pick this one. That's negative 1, right? If I do negative 1 plus 1,
I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, that's right. When you plug in the point, you should get the slope back out.
I could be wrong.
That
I
makes
think
sense?
you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so then now you're ready to go to the next page and match the conclusions. Yep. Okay, so then now for your next one, X and Y have to add up to 0. What would X and Y have to be? Okay, so which one for points that are opposite signs of the same number? So like
It gets jealous.
1, negative 2,
That's so funny.
because you have that one is flat, that
That
one
we
is
are.
negative 2, so that's going to be an average, that one has to be 5. Yeah?
I forgot about it.
Okay, now what about if you're doing x minus y or y minus x over x minus y? No, they have to be, if I'm subtracting, right, I want to do 2 and 2. 2 minus 2 is. So where do you have flats? When x and y are equal. There are 2 graphs because both of these that will. Oh yeah, it is. 1, 1, 2, 2. Yep. Okay, so it's either 3 or 8. Now let's pick a second order. Let's say you pick this one. What order here is that? 1, 2, 2. Okay, so I want you to plug in 2, 1. Okay, now, in this one, what's the slope at 2? What's the slope at 2? So if you plug in 2, 1 to each of these, then I want you to see what the slope will come out to. If it's positive, it has to be that graph. And then what about that one? It'd be 1 minus 2. This is negative. Okay, so now try that on the last one. Yeah? Can I see all graphs? Good. Right. Do you say you rate them and then you look to see which one matches?
But like you get all the little. Yeah.
So like, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's you actually just solved it.
Good job.
But I'm pretty sure Ray.
But all the ones that you have except one are correct. This one's not. Look at 9. Okay, if I pick 1, 1, this is my ordered pair, what is 1 minus 1? Well, 1 minus 1 would be 0. And that's
writes
this,
near
negative. So what I would think
Hey,
of
what's
is
an ear
if
pod?
you're
Is that like notes or
subtracting
is that
x
like?
and y, then they have to be the same,
Like in general.
right? So which of these graphs is equal when x and y are the same? So like 1, 1, 2,
It's
2.
wrong, cause it's fucking insane.
Which one were you gonna point at? Jesus, come on. Get with us now. Okay, which one, when x and y are the same, has zeros? Yes.
Don't turn in your
1, 1,
quiz.
2,
Stay outside and
2,
you're
3, 3, they're all flat. Now take a second.
I can't finish our
Because
second.
you're right, this one has the same. So
Oh, yeah.
if I plug in,
Yeah.
okay, plug in the first one. And you already have it right, but it might have just been by guessing. So let's say I plug in 2. What would I get if I
You
did
listen to the jazz one. I just think you're
I listen to it.
Wait, where do you
Wait,
Wait, what jazz you listen to?
yeah, for SF3.
Wait, you're actually serious? Yeah, I'm making it tonight. Forget homework, forget school. I'm making this.
So that one has to be 8.
Then you're gonna go play
Make
basketball,
sense?
right?
Now for
Yeah, I gotta play.
subfield 6, you have flat spots whenever x is 0. And then you have blanks when y is 0, so it has to be one of these two. You see how x will make it 0, y will make it blank. Okay, but there are 2 graphs. Which other graph has
From the king of the world.
flats on it? Y-axis.
Wait, so it's
Jasmine's wave bag?
That is kind of a mom.
Bro, I'm literally
Why?
close.
Jasmine's a line cap?
Who said that? I don't know where you're getting your information from, but it's wrong. That's what I'm saying.
All flats
I think you're
here.
mad because Jasmine didn't
Then
wait
it's
at
all
you.
blank here. Okay, then
Yeah, I
now
think
you
we-
have a test book. So let's say
Oh,
this
let's wait
one
at him.
is 1. Let's say this one
I thought this
here
waiting thing was
is
exclusive,
going
Jasmine.
opposite direction. So
Oh
if
my
it's a
gosh.
positive, it has to be 6. But if it's a negative,
What's the point of life
it has to be
anymore?
7. Done?
Passes through 0.
Yes, good job. Okay, when you're done with the conclusions, move on to the questions. Sure. No, not surprised at all.
This made her sound even more surprised.
I expected that completely.
See, the way you say it just makes it sound.
Elizabeth, what happened to you? Candyland on your phone took you away. Good job, Aurora.
First one real quick though. You know that
Okay, so then these, what would X and Y have to be to add?
lady at the bell one. They made it?
It has to be
They made it somewhere.
one.
They did.
So where, which graph?
I looked at they made that one song with them like it's a quarter after one. To a drug addict.
That's really headlines.
You never heard that song? You never heard that, bro?
I don't want to. For me, like,
Yes.
oh, like, I read
Get it together.
I tried working.
as soon as I read that, it's on Apple Music. I remember.
This is a banger, bro.
What? The way y'all hyping it up, if it's trash.
There's no,
No, listen to it.
No, it's not trash.
It says 8 of them.
I know other people listen to it.
I'm more so I don't know.
It's hard to find on
Yeah, that's what I did. What? Why do they give me kids cutting?
Hey, Sean, what do you
Actually, no, I've seen Apple Music.
That's so sad.
on my Snapchat.
I don't have you on Snap. No. Yeah. You gotta go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sam Houston is and then Apple Music.
Okay, you ready?
I just need like 3 more on the.
Conclusions. That's what we're gonna go over, the conclusions. Okay, I'm just gonna put this one sheet up here, okay, and then you can check it on your matching sheet. Okay, so look at your pictures. Okay, listen. Okay, which of your pictures, I'm gonna do the easy ones first. Which one do they make circles? Slope field 9, very good. So next to your whatever number had a slope field 9, it should have gone with C2. Because look on the picture, right? Slope field 9, bam, circles, 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 okay? Which ones are hyperbolas? 6, yes, look, because I do here and here, or here and here. You just kind of connect the dots to see the picture. Okay, so slope field 6 should have been your hyperbolas. Okay? Okay, hello, hi, you're in school. Shh. Okay, which ones open up? On your, look at your picture, graph 1, very good. These all open up, right? Okay, so that would be slope field 1. Okay, which ones open down? Open down. 10. Okay, so that would be slope field 10. Okay, which one has 2 horizontal asymptotes at 0 and at 4? Which slope field? 7, very good. That would be slope field 7, because if you look at your picture, okay, you have flats here, you have flats here. Okay? A couple more left. Which one is y equals 2? The limit as x goes to infinity. That's the definition of a horizontal asymptote. Which one has an asymptote at 2? Slope field 2. Very good. Okay, then a couple more left. We want to have horizontal asymptotes only through y equals 0. Which one would that be? 4. Very good. Okay, then the last couple that are left. This one says at -1, 0. It should be negative x minus 1. So out of the ones that are left, if I go to negative 1, 0, negative 1, 0, and negative 1, 0, which of those does the solution look like negative x minus 1? Right? That would be y equals negative x minus 1. So that would have been slope field 5 for that one. Okay, then for this next one, I want 0, negative 1, and I want it to pass through x minus 1. So 0, negative 1 would be here. 0, negative 1 would be here. Which of those gives me the line x minus 1? Slope field 3 or slope field 8? Slope field 3. That's y equals x minus 1. Okay, then you have one more left. Look at the last one. It's 0, 1, and it needs to be an x plus 1. Well, if I go to this last graph at 0, 1, that puts me right here. And that is y equals x plus 1. Got it? Good. Okay, so the only one of the questions that I'm going to really help you with is going to be number, really you should be able to do all of them, but I guess number 2 is probably the one I'd pick since we don't have time to do all of them. Okay, take a look at number, these are obviously out of order, it goes 3, 2, 4, but look at number 2. Okay, what would be the horizontal line that would satisfy the differential equation? What would y have to be? 2. So C is 2, because that would make it a 0 slope.
So for all of these, does the slope have to be 0?
No, that's just the flats are the easiest points to find. Okay? So for part B, how would you separate? When I want the particular solution, I have to separate.
Look at your computer, by the way. Every time you move.
Oh, thanks. How would I separate dy dx equals 2 minus y?
It's not like a box. It's good.
Not yet, yeah.
Okay, remember, you can't split up the 2 and the y. They're together. They're subtracted. They have to stay. So then, in order for me to move them across, I would have to do what? Take the 2 minus y, and I would have to divide it to the bottom. So you would have 1 over 2 minus y dy, and then 1 dx. Y'all remember doing that? Okay, and then you'd have to do the integral on both sides. Okay, now from here, Yoel, can you please just stop constantly talking through what we're doing? Okay, I understand you have no desire to participate clearly, but, okay, so what would I do on the left side? You know what to do. U sub. U would be 2 minus y. What would du be? Derivative of 2, though, is 0. It would be negative 1 dy. Which means that dy would have to be du over negative 1. Now remember, if it was du over 1, you wouldn't have anything left over. But if it's a negative 1, you're going to have to bring that to the front when you integrate. So it'll be 1 over u du over negative 1. Now remember that since it's a 1, it doesn't matter if you put it 1 over negative 1 or just negative 1. That's if you're not doing it with respect to y. So in this case, remember that it would have been du dy here. And so since these letters are the same, that's why you don't have to put, that's only if the bottom letter is an x. And then when I move my dy up, that's why I don't have to do that here. Okay? Yes?
So you had the 1 over u and then you just like brought the negative outside.
And remember that a negative 1 on top or on bottom won't make a difference. If it was any other number, I would have had to turn it into a fraction. Okay, then from here, what is the integral of 1 over u? ln u, which was 2 minus y. What's the antiderivative of 1? 1x plus C. Okay, from here, I want you to solve for the general, and then I want to see if you do it right. So we have a negative in front of our ln. Can you e both sides with that negative there? You're going to have to times by -1. Good. So I'm going to times by -1 here and here. Okay, so then these cross out. Now I just have ln. What would I have to do next? Okay, that's a negative x plus c now on the other side. You can put minus c if you want, but you don't know what c is anyway. You would e both sides, right? E and ln cross out. So I have 2 minus y, c e to the minus x. What would you do from here to get rid of the 2? Do I plus it across? Okay, remember that 2 has a minus behind it, but that 2 is a positive 2. So to cancel it out, I'm going to have to minus it across. And then am I done? Why am I not done? Y is alone, right? No, it's not. What goes in the front still? A negative. And so if you need to get rid of that negative, then you're going to have to multiply by -1. What things are going to change when you times by -1? It'd be a positive y. C e to the negative x stays the same, but then my -2 is now a +2. Okay? Okay, if you are afraid you're going to lose this or think it's notes, maybe write homework at the top. Okay, it doesn't have a number, but it is a homework assignment. It'll be due next week on Friday. This will be the first grade for next quarter.
Last quarter.
That's the general. So you still have to go back and find your plus C.
You got like 24 more days.
Okay? Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Oh, did I need to put it into you, or you just want to check it?
As long as I have my grade book up, there you go, Kelly. Then I can type it in right now.
There was one problem that I did not know how to do, but I could probably figure it out.
Which one?
It's probably that one. I would
This
go back to
one?
my notes.
F prime is just going to be a rock, and you want to go around 2. So 2 would fit between 1 and 4.
Okay.
Because remember, F prime is the exact slope. Since we don't have the equation, we can't find the exact slope, but we can do the slope from 1 to 4 and be like, okay, well the slope at 2 has to be close to... It'd be a rock. Okay, then from here, I think I did this one on the video, but what's the antiderivative of that?
Antiderivative?
Just go one step at a time. So